So basically, Nat's attack and Nat's health.
Yes.
Yep.
I'll do a summary of that, and then
Yep.
we'll move to the next. Corrales, you're next, and Taruk, you're on deck.
Okay, whatever. Alright, we are live.
Okay.
So, I greatly apologize, everyone. We had some technical difficulties on my side, and so the stream kind of crashed, and I'm greatly sorry. But we're back up and running. Tim, take it away.
Yeah. Okay, to sum it up, this huge mosquito-like creature attacked Nat first. And on top of the damage from the original attack, the necrotic damage from the proboscis lowered her max HP by 20 points. It was not just 20 points of normal damage. So we did that. We did Nat's retaliation. She got her 2 attacks, some of the short sword. Her turn has officially ended. We go to Corrales. You are up. Taruk, you're on deck.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action hex this damn thing
Yeah.
and Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
No, right? He's not a caster. We just keep around because he's fun.
Well, the first one's a natural 1.
Well, that misses.
That does. All right.
Is it within 5 feet of me, Tim?
No.
Okay.
Is it not?
Nope. It's in melee with Nat. You guys were behind
okay.
Nat.
Okay.
We fell off of Gert. And
Yes.
it was behind us? Because we were leading. Oh, was Nat leading the
Nat
way?
was
I was
leading.
leading you guys, yeah.
You guys, the Gert and the 2 of you on Gert's shoulders, you were behind, a couple feet behind.
Gotcha.
Did anyone roll him onto his side so he doesn't, like, suffocate?
We went directly into combat.
Nope.
I don't think any
sorry.
of us could.
Sorry, George.
You good?
Sorry, go ahead.
George, your second blast?
25.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
The duality of
Nice
D&D.
15 damage.
15 points of damage. I got it.
Nice job.
The hex was on strength.
Got you. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, that's it. So much I want, but I can't.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I want plenty of things.
Taruk, you're up. V, you're on deck.
All right.
So half your
Well-
movement to get the right, to get yourself up.
Yeah. All right. So, how far away is it from me?
I'm gonna give you 15 feet.
15 feet. Oh, okay. All right. So first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna rage,
Rage.
but this is gonna be like a hurting rage, like
Yeah, it's kind of like oh man, because it hurts. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. All right. And then I'm gonna pull out my javelin
Yeah.
and I'm gonna throw it right at him.
Okay. Roll for the attack.
All right. So, let's see what that. Oh yeah, 17 plus 6.
Yeah, that hits, bro. Roll.
Nice.
All right.
Woo.
All right. Now let's go with that. So the first piercing damage is 1d6 first. All right. So that
Let's do that
is
first. The piercing
yeah.
damage.
So 1 plus my attack bonus, which is my strength. Okay, so it's 1 plus 5. All right, so 6 points of piercing,
Got you.
and then 2 or 4d6 lightning. And because I have my shiny new calculator, this is gonna be good.
There you go.
All right.
Yay!
Oh, okay. All right, so that's
We can laugh.
and then 2. All right, my third
We can
roll.
laugh if- we can
Okay.
laugh if we want to.
All right, and then fourth roll. Okay, total of 10 points plus. Do I get rage damage, Tim, on throwing?
To
or-
the added onto the piercing.
Onto the piercing.
First
Okay,
part.
so then, all right, so then that would have made it 8 for piercing,
Got
and
it.
then 10 for the lightning damage.
Okay, you notice as half of that lightning damage, it's halved because this creature seems to be fairly resistant to lightning. So that goes back down to 5,
How does
Okay.
a literal bug zapper not work?
right?
Right.
Makes you wonder. It may not be completely a bug.
Uh-oh.
Anything else, Taruk?
Yeah, because I have one more attack. So,
Yep.
you said it's only 15 feet away from me, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna get right up in its face.
Okay.
All right.
So the rest of your
and-
movement to move up and get in his melee. Got it.
Yeah. Now, how high is it above me, Tim? It's like flying above me.
Yeah. It's we're gonna say it's kind of hovering low right now, like
Okay.
at level. So you can swing at it. You can swing up at it. That you
Okay.
don't have to worry about that.
All right. All right. Can I actually attempt to grapple it by its stinger?
The proboscis, the thing coming out of its face,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
you can try.
Okay. All right. I'm
What?
gonna go for a grapple.
All right.
All right.
Yes. That's plus strength, right?
Yeah.
So that's 21.
I think that's gonna be it. Yeah. So
16 plus 5. Oh, and then 8. Yeah. So my proficiency. So it's 16 plus. 8.
yeah. So you've got
Yeah.
you've got it grappled,
Okay. Cool. I've got it grappled.
and that's your turn.
Yeah. That's my turn. Yeah.
All right.
Nice one, Taruk.
Yeah. I only did it because George Hex did.
Yeah. V, you are up. Torin, you're on deck.
Okay. I would like to try to give Gert one of the blueberries. Or like force feed him a blueberry.
No effect.
Oh no! Hope he's not dead. Okay, and then how far away is Nat? She can't be far.
No, she's roughly like, I'll say for her, she's 10 feet in front of you.
Okay, and to drag someone that's half my movement? Or
Yeah, it would be your action and half. I'll give you half your movement to. You're trying to drag her back?
Yeah, I'm trying to get Nat out of there.
Yeah. I'll give you your action and half your movement to grab her and to pull her back.
Okay, do I need to roll a check for that, or is it just I get to
If
drag
she
her as Nat?
resists. So
Come
Nat,
on,
you feel a jerking sensation from behind you. Do you fight against it or do you roll with it?
Well, I tell him. I'm
I'm
gonna use my
with it.
sneaking action. I'm gonna be like, you don't get to be in the front of this one. Let's go.
Okay, I'll give you that. Nat, do you fight against it or what?
I'm actually not gonna fight her on it because
Okay.
I'm gonna take the chance and get back, so that way I can do what I
So
do
basically,
best.
kind of like a bad comedian in the 1920s, and you got
Yeah.
jerked back.
So I'm gonna pull her back
Beats me.
as far back as we can go, like as far away as I can take her.
Half your movement back.
So it will. Can we get half my movement? That's 20 feet. So it was 10 to get to her.
And because you're dragging her, I'll give you half your movement to get her back, to get 20 feet back.
So 20 feet back if I drag her. Okay. Is there a tree line? Is there anywhere I can take her, or is it just?
There are some tall bushes off to the side that you could, if you're
Okay.
trying to hide. If that was
Yeah, I'll take her over there. When I'm still up by the bug, though, I have my bonus action. Before I use my movement, I'm gonna use my wire.
Okay.
And basically, as I'm going to pull Nat before I take her, I'm gonna snap, and it's gonna fly off of my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And it is. Oh, I clicked on an ad.
But
Oh, no.
I had the
you
damn
hate that.
thing.
You're like,
Worst enemy.
Running.
I had the dancing sword up, and then I hit an ad, and it took me. And I was reading it, and I was trying to make heads or tails of it. I was like, "This doesn't say anything about my dancing, my barbed wire." Okay, so it gets 30 feet.
Okay.
And attacks a creature within 5 feet of it. So, yes. All right. Now it attacks based off of my stats.
Yes.
Which for this would be, is this a range? Is this a melee attack?
It's melee.
So that would be it's a weapon attack, which I get proficiency. Okay, so it would still be a +5 because I get proficiency in improvised or whip, so it would still be a +5.
Correct.
Okay, cool. That's 19 +5.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, bet. It just does a D8. Okay, so I'm gonna drag that to those bushes, and I'm gonna do a D8 of damage. It's 5.
Okay.
But it's still
I got
hovering there.
So basically, Nat, you get this jerking sensation from behind you as this enchanted harp string comes to life and kind of in a whip-like motion strikes at the giant mosquito, dealing 5 points of damage.
It's so pretty.
It's very pretty. Let's go.
Yay.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah. That's all
I don't think you can do anything left. So
that was
yeah, that's your
literally
turn.
everything.
Torin, you're
Alrighty.
up. Midagast is on deck.
So Taruk's has this bitch grappled, right?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna get right next to Taruk, right in this thing's face. And I'm gonna hit it 3 times. I'm gonna use Action Surge.
Do it.
Three times.
Let me make sure I don't have anything fun and fancy that I can... No, I don't. Alright. So, first roll is... Alright, so the first attack is a 21.
Well, that hits.
Okay, so that's one attack. Ugh. 12.
That misses.
And third attack is 25.
Hits.
Alright, so
So 2 hits.
yeah, 2 hits.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. That'll get you in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Isn't that a song by Meatloaf also?
Ah, yes, Meatloaf.
To Saturday night.
You constantly surprise me, Nat.
What was that?
I said you constantly surprise me, Nat.
I know. I gotta keep everybody on their toes somehow.
20.
Some way.
Oh, you
3.
succeed.
Was that for the first hit or
That's
both of
total. That's total.
them? Okay, I was gonna say, damn. All right,
No,
yeah,
that-
23
that's,
total.
That's
I got you.
both shots.
Got you. Nice. So, Chaos Star, I assume. You do make purchase on twice out of your 3 shots on the. It's still buzzing. You guys are hurting it. You're chipping away at it, but it's
It's still alive. Bastard.
yeah. This is
You
bad
great-
creature.
You great buzzing bastard.
Is that it for your turn, Torin?
Yes, that's all I can do.
Okay.
No.
Metagast is up, and the creature's on deck.
Good to know.
Looking at the situation, with no direction or anything, Metagast is going to look at you holding the proboscis still and go, I'm going to chop it off. And he's going to try to...
Take a swing.
Whoa!
Come on, Metagast.
Come on!
That's a miss.
Oh boy.
And number 2.
How many misses again?
all over again.
It's one under. So what happens is 2 swipes at it. He connects with the proboscis, king, and he kind of gets mad, king, and the blade is stopped by the proboscis. It doesn't cut through it.
Oh no!
And there's just this look. I mean, and you can't tell because you can't see his eyes, but there's just
No.
If the skeleton could scowl.
yeah. It's very disgusted with itself.
It's an angry skeleton.
Yeah, poor Menagerie, that's his turn. It is the Kazme's turn. Okay. Well, guess what, Taruk? The only thing that makes sense, it's gonna fly directly up.
Oh no! Oh god!
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
hanging on.
I was expecting it, so
It's gonna
For the love
fly.
of God, hold on. Hold on, Taruk!
Hang on.
60
How-
feet straight up.
Oh my god!
Whoa.
Here is this is tricky.
I am. Hold on, my weight. I don't know if you'll consider that, Tim. I'm fine if you don't, but just with my weight, I'm 315.
Well, yeah, I'm keeping that into account, but just so you understand the size of the creature
Yeah.
that you have, roughly from the head down to the thorax, the abdomen part of this bug, it's a good 15 feet.
Right.
From
Right.
head to toe,
That's
these
a big
huge
ass
kind of
bug.
wings. Like it's
Yeah.
a large bug.
I expected it. Yeah, I get it.
It's more than strong enough to lift you up. But even though you're a big.
Yep.
That's kind of what I'm taking into account here because it flies straight up. It's going to attack you. Melee with it. It's going to have advantage because you're grappled with it.
All right.
Oh, and no need. That's a natural 20.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's just
Oh,
do
no.
this. Luckily, this doesn't nat the necrotic, just the piercing is. That's 19 points of piercing damage.
All right. I'm going to use my Stone's Endurance, and I'm going to use a D12
Yeah, do it.
on that, plus my con.
Yeah.
Woo! Perfect. So 12 plus 3. So I hit a 12 on my D12, so that's 15 total. So
Nice.
what was the damage, Tim? And then just minus 15 from that?
When you take all that, it's 4 points of piercing that you take.
Okay. 4 points. Okay.
Yeah. You kind of negated that, but here comes the necrotic.
Okay.
Here comes the pain.
Yeah. This is where it hurts.
24 points of necrotic damage that takes away from your total hit points.
Okay.
Ooh.
I need you now. I'm gonna say for this, make it athletics at disadvantage.
Okay.
And I think you have advantage with those
So it's flat.
because you're raging, so that's gonna be a flat roll.
Okay.
And just to explain that to you, you've got a creature grappled and you're dangling from it in midair.
Yeah. No,
60
I
feet
get
in
it.
midair.
I'm ready.
So yeah, this is an interesting circumstance.
Yes, let's go. All right, so I rolled a 10. You said it's flat. I mean, I
Yeah.
rolled a 10. It's flat. And I
Yeah.
have plus 8 to athletics, so 18.
18.
Nice job.
Way to go, Taruk.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's a crazy time for it to cut out.
A little bit.
Here we go. All right. I'm gonna say that for this particular round, you've got one hand on the end of that proboscis, like you slid down from the attack. You're still there, but you're dangling in midair. What I need to do, and I should have done this at the beginning of the round, I need everybody to make me a Constitution save.
Oh no.
That includes you, Taruk.
Okay.
Dice gods.
All right, we'll go one at a time. V, con save.
13.
You just make it. Nat,
15.
you're good. Corellos,
14.
you're good. Torin,
15.
No modifiers.
cool. Taruk,
I got a 14 as well.
14. You lucky man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
just yo,
Yeah.
yo, my saving throw is strength and con, and I have +6 to my fucking con, man.
Yeah,
You
dude.
only got a 14?
Yes,
Yeah.
I know, V. I get all these good pluses, but roll so low.
You,
Yeah, welcome to my fucking nightmare.
you lucky son of a gun. All right.
I was dead.
You would have fallen unconscious and then fell. That
Oh
would-
no.
That
Anyway.
would be ugly.
Nat.
Yeah.
You're up.
Okay.
Corrales, you're on deck. It is now 60 feet up in the air.
Okay. Fantastic.
And you see as Taruk by one arm is kind of dangling from the proboscis sticking out of its the front of its head.
Oh god. Taruk, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try to shoot the beast.
Do not chandelier!
Fine. Just chandelier. Just
I'm not
chandelier
gonna,
me.
no, at least I'm trying not to hit you. I'm gonna try
Yeah,
to
about that. I'm gonna make it a disadvantage because he's like in your
Dangling.
way of the like. Listen, it's just common sense. He's hanging on the face of it. Like
Right.
that's at least giving it like a half cover.
Right.
He would notice she's knocking an arrow and be like, honey!
Oh god, I can't.
Me,
It's not your
just
turn. It's not your turn. She's got the arrow out.
Yep. I'm using one of my magic arrows, so
Oh my god.
Ooh, okay. Wait, hold up. Just to clarify, are you using a silvered arrow or are you using the arcane bowstring?
the arcane bowstring. I'm sorry.
Got it.
Okay. And I do have the hunter's mark active.
You do have Hunter's Mark active. Good girl.
No, when we joined this party, she was afraid that she was going to be the asshole pragmatic one. But thank God, that's not the case.
All right.
I want all of these moments, Cam. When you edit these, put like the Lethal Weapon, like blues music in the background. You know what I mean? Like the. Nat, what did you roll?
I rolled a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits, even with the cover.
Hell yes, girl! Yes!
Yeah, baby. All right. All right. So,
Mother of God.
okay, so crap. With my arcane string, I have.
You got the arrow damage, and then
Yeah.
you have the 3d4 plus 1
Okay.
that you add on top of it. Remember, that's a d4 plus 1 for 3 times.
Okay. So, the damage with my longbow is 6. Let me get my calculator out, and
Uh-huh.
then. So there's 6, and then the D4, correct?
Correct.
And that's plus 1 on top of all those.
I'm sorry. The damage for the great bow that you use, that's a d10.
Oh, that's a 10.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
A great bow is a d10, a long bow is a d8, short bow is d6, if I remember
Okay.
correctly.
Well, then I messed that one up because I rolled a D8, so.
Okay, we'll do a d10.
Okay. So it's the D10 plus 5. Or just the
Yeah,
D10.
yeah. It's your that plus your modifiers. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so.
Proficient, so all that matters.
Gotcha. Okay, so 8 plus 5 is 13. I'm gonna roll my D4. I'm gonna do my D4s now.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm doing math out loud, so I.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Okay,
I'm about
so
to do math.
okay, for my first D4 is 3.
Got it.
Second D4 is 5.
Okay.
Final D4 is 3.
Okay.
How would you like to do this?
Yes!
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh
He'll
Wait,
be
wait,
okay, right? Maybe.
Uh-huh.
We'll find out, I guess.
How did you kill the creature? Just tell me. How did you?
Okay. I'm laughing as I'm thinking this out loud.
Tim's shaking his head because he knows what's up.
Oh, no.
I just
I'm
yelled.
the chandelier.
You have become the
You're
chandelier.
about to
Yes,
be.
you are.
No, well, can I yell for Troop to spread eagle?
Sure.
Troop, spread! Hold on.
You let the arrow go.
Yeah, and
The arcane tracer arrows kind of circle around it as it hits home on this mosquito-like creature. You hit it in the upper abdomen,
like,
the thorax.
yes,
I
that's
think.
actually exactly what I was
Sorry,
thinking.
my insect anatomy is not great, but
No,
up
you're
in the
good. You're
upper
actually good.
Chest area.
You
And,
call yourself a DM.
Right, I'm terrible, I know. And the arcane bowstring finding its mark, you see is the droning
Sputters.
starts to sputter out, and the creature starts to free fall along with Taruk Bloodfist.
Oh god, please be an easy free fall. Like,
There's no saving from just dropping.
No easy free fall.
Tim, I have a question.
Yeah,
Where's the giant?
face first on the ground.
Is it underneath me? Is
No.
it underneath me?
No,
oh god,
Question.
The giant
Question.
wasn't underneath us?
Tim, are we out of combat?
you're about to be.
Can
Okay, well,
Can I try to kick Taruk into the giant? Like, as he's falling, try to, kind of leap at him and get him to fall on the giant?
To answer, all right. Let's start with you, Tim. Tim, the giant fell down face forward in the ground. You guys ended up in front of him. You then got
okay.
into melee range with the mosquito
got you.
and
Okay,
grappled
so,
it, and it took you up. You're
Oh,
basically
straight up.
following straight down.
All right.
I haven't gotten to it yet. Nat's gonna have to move out of the way.
Okay,
Wait,
so
now?
then I have one more thing before V attempts.
Okay.
Is there any way? Is there any way I could try to just? I don't care if it's at disadvantage, whatever you want to call it, Tim. Can I just try to, somehow spin, grab onto this fucker and spin it so I'm free falling with it facing down and try to break my fall with its body? It's probably gonna end up bad, and I'm gonna end up dying anyway. But I gotta try something here.
All right, I'll give you that. If you do this, I'm gonna say that basically nobody else really gets it, unless you got V. You're saying that you're gonna try to Liu Kang kick him when he's coming down.
But how much weight can Corrallo's mage hand?
Not me.
5 to 10. Not
yeah.
Taruk.
Mold,
Not
yeah,
a
not me.
Taruk.
Yeah.
Mold to earth won't work.
Oh god.
How much
have a-
water is around?
It's a bog.
It's a bog.
It's a
There's
bog.
mud.
There's mud.
Do I have time to mold earth a hole and fill it with water using shape water?
That would be a whole action. By the time you're
Yeah.
done with that, he's hitting the ground.
Okay.
Are there any trees around that I can jump from? Because that's not gonna work.
No, I'm gonna say no, but I'm gonna say this. Taruk,
Yeah.
this is gonna be the athletics roll of your life. This is gonna be
Alright.
athletics.
All right.
Just do an athletics check for me.
All right.
Come on, Taruk, you got this.
If he dies, he dies.
No. No die. No die.
Oh, yes! 14 plus 6. Dirty 20.
That's something. That's not nothing.
What is
not-
it?
Oh, wait, plus 8. Sorry. It's plus 8. 14 plus 8.
22.
22?
That's it.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Yes.
You really don't want to know what the DC was.
Uh-oh.
I'm dead. It's okay. Oh.
No. No.
All right.
Torn, take my pie, my horn of pies, and use it for good.
Take my pie.
I got you.
Use my pies for good.
26 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Does he still count as raging?
Well, yeah,
Oh, yeah, so I can have that.
you can have it. That's 13. What's your total?
Okay, wait, hold on. Going back to, you said I took 24.
26, I'll say, because you're raging, it's halved.
No, I'm talking with that necrotic
The
damage.
necrotic.
Oh, yeah.
That's what so it was 24, right?
24
Originally?
away from your total.
Okay, so okay, so away from my total. Okay, so hold on.
Yeah.
And I didn't take anything
get to
else.
the-
Okay,
This,
so
this
now,
was a crucial roll, guys. Bear with us. This
Yeah.
is
No,
all right.
you're-
So
tense.
now, what's half of 26?
13.
30. Okay. So, okay. And I had that much left. Okay, so 11 points. I have
You're at 11
hit
points. Okay.
Yeah, I have
now
11
I'll tell
hit
the
points.
story. Okay.
Yes.
So what happens is Nat unleashes the arrow from her arcane bowstring as it hits. Taruk, you free fall. You do barrel kind of roll with the body of the mosquito a little bit, but it's not really enough to shield you from the impact of hitting the ground. Both you and the body hit the ground. Boom. And I'm gonna say that I'm gonna take mercy on you, Nat. It landed to the side of the party, so nobody has to worry about the incoming bodies. You face plant again for the second time today. This time a little higher up. The mosquito-like entity is dead,
And Taruk's on the floor.
and he is on the ground once again with 11 hit points.
I'm gonna rush out from the bushes, and I'm gonna just. Oh god! I'm gonna grab him.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna jump on him. I'm gonna kind of like wrap around his neck, and I'm going to kiss him full in the mouth and try to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
If it works or anything, just sort of not thinking, just happens. Just kind of run out and be like, "Oh my gosh, you're alive," and just give him a kiss and see if it does anything.
So cure wounds at
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's based off of character level, but that's not going to be level 7, so
yeah.
up to you. However, whatever cure wounds you want it to be.
That's something that we never worked out, did we?
Not really. No, I've never cast cure wounds before.
I'm gonna say that let's go with the. Hold on. Well, let's just do it at first level until you and me work out a system for that.
Okay.
I thought for sure we had done that. So that's 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Okay. No problem. So that's going to be. Oh shit! This might be a little counterintuitive, because that's a 7 plus my level. Which it goes off of my priestess level, so that would be a level 7. That's a 14.
Okay.
And I need a quick con save just because I forgot.
Yeah, you do. Dang, Karuk, con save, bro.
I need a con
that's
save.
right.
Oh my gosh.
It's not a big one. It's
Okay, good.
basic. It's a D6 if it hits. And he's proficient. He should be fine.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Come
No!
on. Well, be thankful you didn't do that a minute ago. Jeez. Yeah.
Throw that dice out.
Okay. So that's a 14 healing, -3 for the poison damage.
Minus
so
3 poison.
he gets
You got
back
11 points.
11 hit points.
Um,
Yes.
And then as soon as V realizes what she's doing, she's kind of like, oh my god, oh.
I love D&D.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Hey, thank you. Oh,
Yes,
listen.
don't mention it. Seriously, don't.
I slowly try to drag myself out from behind the bushes.
Yeah.
Karuk, I'm sorry.
I look at Corrales, I go, he's almost dying and he's still being macho.
Until he dies. And even then, I'm not sure if it'll stop.
Oh, that poor ferryman.
I know we're getting to the end of the session, but I'm gonna kind of storm away, just like.
I'm gonna go over and pick Taruk up.
I'm gonna grab
Like, to his
Metagast on my
feet.
way, storming off. I'm just like, you come here!
Oh,
As I storm
And
away.
he's kind of like, he's just going for the ride. He's like, what did I do?
Like, oyster.
Can I try to
Tor-
cut the stinger off?
Yeah, you can try. I'm gonna say Corrales. Survival check.
Oh no.
Let me read something here while you're
Harvest
doing
as
that.
much as you can off of that bitch.
I would love to harvest this bug, but I'm still hiding. My poison disease from the
attempt to-
party.
I'm gonna attempt to heal Taruk a little bit more, but Tor,
got
you're gonna have to
magic
drag him
blueberries.
over towards me. What?
We got magic blueberries.
We do
We
have
do
magic
have
blueberries.
blueberries.
Yeah, let me know if you use those.
I used one on the. Oh shoot! Somebody check the Cyclops.
I think the Cyclops is dead now. He's suffocated in the muck.
Well, no, I gave him a blueberry. It just didn't do anything. I think he might have just been passed out. I don't know. Hopefully he's not dead. I'd be really sad if he was dead.
I feel like I have a
It's
good feeling
only
from
been a
it.
min- Okay, so no, he's still unconscious.
Okay, well that's good.
Cyclops is, well, he's unconscious,
Not dead.
not dead. He's still breathing.
So we can feel the large beast breathing. Okay, cool.
Correct.
He's just out.
That's a plus.
I'm gonna handle this first, and then I'll get to you, V. Corellos, that survival check?
18.
Good job.
18.
Nice job.
All right.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Let me
nice.
see here. One moment. I had this thing tabbed in case you guys did.
So glad I had that tabbed.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep that tabbed right there.
Who here has seen Tron?
What?
Hold up, I got this.
Has anybody seen Spanners?
See
Oh
what?
my god, he's Kaiba!
What? I'm sorry, I'm done. You and me will do that all night. All right.
You're such a master of pattern recognition. You should have known Natil was going to shoot down the giant Taruk-shaped chandelier.
I really should have, I just,
Second that bug went in the air, you should have known what was happening.
All that goes up must come down.
It's as above, so below.
Okay.
Bingo.
I'm gonna say, Corrales, you get 2 vials of what I'm gonna call, Chasme blood. You can spell that out. Chasme blood.
Just for pure curiosity, was that a poison effect for necrotic damage?
It's inherently the blood of the creature that's where the necrotic comes from. You taking a look at it, it's like a black, viscous kind of blood. Though now that you're hacking away at the creature, you are starting to get like some green and yellow ichor coming from the inside as well. But you're also noticing as you're starting to hack away at it, the carcass is starting to kind of deflate.
Corrales went Bear Grylls real fast.
I wanted that stinger.
Yeah.
I want that stinger, man.
Taking a look at it, there's really not too much use of that stinger. I'm looking at what you can get from it. Cool. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's it as far as useful things from it. Okay. As you're doing that, V, you started to storm off?
Yeah, I grabbed fucking Metagast.
Yeah.
And
And he's just kind of like, okay.
very overwhelmed right now. And I'm just like, come here.
Okay.
I gotta just back in the bushes, just kind of push him and be like, you are not a frontline fighter. You do not go in the front. That is not your place. Give me that. I'm gonna grab his sword or whatever he has. Does he still have it?
Yeah.
Give me that. You don't use that.
He lets it go for now.
Your safety net is gone. You use. We're gonna get you a bow or something, and when the battle starts, you run off somewhere and hide and fire things. You don't go in the front. You don't do that. Your safety net is well and truly gone. You will die. Take these. I'm gonna shove some ball bearings at him.
Mm-hmm.
You throw these. You stay in the back. You fire things. That's what you do.
It'll make you feel better.
Just
He's really kind of like treating you like a volatile substance. He's kind of it'll make you feel better.
It will make all of us feel better, and it'll make sure that you don't crumble to dust. Just do it. And I assume his sword is heavy.
It is.
Can I carry it? Am I strong
Yeah,
enough?
you can handle. Yeah, you can handle a long sword.
Okay. Is it Torrens or?
No, it's his.
It's
It's what
Menagerie. It was a
Taruk and Belden gave him, I think.
The one Belden got him.
Belden got him. It's the Starlight blade. It just when you take it out of its sheath, it glows with starlight.
I'm gonna drag it back to Taruk, and I'm gonna be like, give this back to him when he stops being stupid.
Okay.
I'm gonna storm over to the Cyclops and try to wake him up. Roll medicine check.
Okay. I'm going to say that roughly the time has expired. So right about now, you do notice as the Cyclops starts to kind of do a push-up to get up and kind of shakes his head and kind of pushes himself up to kind of sit. What was that?
Gross. It was gross.
Oh. You'll miss anything good?
No?
Well, you
boring,
missed
actually.
a falling Goliath.
Are you okay?
Yeah, that buzzy sound really got to me. Anybody else have trouble with that?
Look over at Taruk. Nat.
Corrales and Nat, would you two please roll me perception checks if you would?
No.
Sure.
He's just like, I hate this swamp.
13.
9.
Okay.
I don't like this.
A few minutes pass by. There's no sound of any buzzing or droning sound. Everything goes fairly quiet for a few minutes. As Corrales, you finish with the bottling the two vials of the Casme blood. Nat, go ahead and roll me a survival check. Why not? I'll do
Okay.
it for that one.
I was literally about to ask her, Natil, are you sure we're going the right way?
This is for something else, but yeah, we'll get there.
22.
22. You have never seen of, but you have read of this type of creature before. It is called a Casme. It is a mosquito-like insect, but it is in fact a demon. It is not something that you just find in a swamp randomly.
So,
It's not of this plane.
so I was about to say, would it be possible for me to like maybe do like a history or something? Like if I had read about it, like found that it was a different, like would it be like a history or like even a religion check to know that this was something that was maybe sent after us? Like,
well, no, you would. There's no role that you would know that this thing was sent after you. What you do know is that it does not belong in this swamp. It is not something to be found in the wild. That you are 100% sure of. This isn't just a bug. This is a demon, and those don't just show up for no reason.
okay.
It could have been brought here. There's many different possibilities for why a demon like this would be here. One
Anyone
just
else
as,
thinking about a Tyranid from 40K? That's all I can think of.
yeah. So, but that's the best that you got.
And do I relay that information to the group?
That's up to you. I'm just telling you what you know.
Got it. So I at least kind of push myself up onto like my hands and knees, and I kind of start crawling over because I'm still feeling, that necrotic.
Yeah, those for Nat and Taruk, your total hit points, you still have those
Damage.
That necrotic damage that you took.
Mhm.
That's permanent for right now.
Got it.
Nat, do you have the other blueberries, or I've got 8 of them, or I've got 7 of them. Do you have the other blueberries?
Yeah, let me see how many I have.
Just eat one. Give one to Rook. What time of day is it? How long did that take?
You're in the late morning.
Late morning still? Jesus.
All right.
If you guys do eat the berries, that's 1d8 hit points
Okay.
back to each of you.
All right. I'm gonna eat a blueberry then.
While you're having your snack, he's gonna be like, Natil, do you have that extra bow?
I do. It is in my bag.
I think we should give it to Medicast.
I think
I
that's
gotta look up what it is.
Tim, for the blueberry, I got 6.
Okay, well, you get 6 hit points back.
Okay, so, and 36, so 36. Okay, so 42.
Yeah, whatever. Trying to make your way back to your new max, whatever that is.
Wait, 42 is her current after she lost 20 hit points?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well, I
Like
only
that-
have 40 hit points.
my max is 56.
How the
56,
hell? I need to figure out
so,
if I messed
yeah.
something up.
Yeah. Get with me about that after the stream. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't roll.
So
Yep,
you-
and then 20 of the necrotic brought me down to
that
36.
stays. So you're
Yeah,
at 36
so you're at
total.
36.
Right.
Oh,
And then I
no.
just ate the blueberry and regained 6 back.
That doesn't affect that
Oh, that
necrotic
doesn't affect-
damage. That just
Okay.
brings your health points up
You
to
have
the
a-
max.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have a new.
You have a new
you
max.
New max.
Oh, okay. I get you now. I get you.
Yeah, it's a gnarly creature.
Clearly.
Yeah, it's putting it mildly. All right, so I have my.
And that's the same for you, Taruk. Whatever your new max is.
My new max is 51. It was 71.
Oh,
Gotcha.
no.
Gotcha.
I'll get back up there. I'll be all right.
Figure something.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll cross that bridge. But for
Yeah.
right now,
When
it
that
appears.
bridge we get to it.
For right now, it appears to be permanent. But for right now, okay. Right as you see is like you guys have kind of taken a minute to rest here, at least what I'm assuming is a short rest, and kind of get your bearings to kind of pick back up on the travel for the day. Right as you guys start getting ready to leave, there's rustling from the bushes around you.
Okay.
And Nat, you instinctually start to go back to the quiver, and you hear a female voice from the underbrush. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
What?
And basically, as if invisible, 12 female hunters rise up out of the bushes, all with bows and arrows trained on you guys.
Oh fuck. Okay.
They are in clad in green and silver type robes and kind of ornate small pieces of armor. Each one with a silver circlet around their head with a gem in the middle. All women, different ages, different races. You see there's a couple elven, there's a few human, there's a halfling woman, there's a couple female dwarves in the group. And I said there's about 12 of them in all, and they've all got longbows trained on each one of you guys.
I slowly put my rock stars down. Know where this is going.
Friends of yours,
Sure.
Matt?
Taruk leans over to Torin. I pictured this is what heaven looks like.
Farouk, shut up.
Taruk,
Oh,
you know what? Go ahead, say it as loud as you can. I want to see what happens.
no.
That's what I thought.
Poison.
So shut up.
Both of you, knock it off.
Poison, shut up.
We can gag your men if you need us to.
Gag.
Can I put my
At this point, I
hands
might
down?
take you up. At this point, I might take you up on your offer. We mean no harm.
Keep them where they are, Dragonborn. The arrows have not been lowered. And now one steps forward. She lowers her bow just a little bit, and what you assume is the leader of the group. What you see before you is long, kind of like sandy brownish hair of an elven woman, thin but rangerish type build, and like I said, unremarkable from the rest of them. They're all clad the same with the same garments, this green and silver robes with small, like lighter mail, nothing too heavy.
Okay.
And she goes, "You too," and she motions to Nat and V. What business brings you out here?
Survival, mostly.
Trying to find the provider.
At that, she kind of studies you for a moment. And she nods at the rest of them, and the arrows lower. slightly. They're still knocked, but they're not pointed in your direction.
I have a lost comrade, a lady huntress, like Maya's friend, and this provider is our way of finding her. We're here to that end.
Roll persuasion, V.
$24.
24. The leader of the group kind of nods at you. And she kind of notices the carcass of the mosquito entity off to the side. Which one of you killed the creature?
I'm about a Nat.
And at that, Nat, you see her, her eyebrows kind of go up, almost in like, and not feigning either, just almost an impressed look on her face. And she kind of relaxes for a moment. The rest don't, but she relaxes for a moment. My name is Cassera.
I'm the teal.
Berenice.
Lovely to meet you.
You as well.
And who do we have the pleasure of addressing?
Your group.
We are all disciples of Our Lady. We were tracking this creature through the bog, and several just like it.
There's more.
Did Taruk ever tell us the name, or tell me the name of the goddess?
Saruk did not tell you, no.
Crap. Alright.
I will say, Taruk, for your sake, when you saw Abnova the night before, she was not clad in green and silver.
Yeah.
So if you were looking for like a connect between those two, there wasn't anything there.
Worth a try.
But only Taruk would know that. Cassera kind of looks at you and she goes, "Then you have our apologies. I fear our hunt drove it right towards you. But seems like you ladies were more than capable to the task."
It definitely wasn't easy. These don't show up out of nowhere. Go ahead, V.
She's quite the force to be reckoned with, and I'm honored to travel with her. And our sweet fool's assistant to some degree.
You see is the... Yeah, sure. Roll me insight, V and Nat and whoever else wants to. Roll me insight.
Okay.
16.
Like she's hiding it.
17.
5. Torin, you're outnumbered, man.
Ah, crap.
Oh no. Just anything stupid for the love of God.
The mere mention of your party members, V, there's a look of utter disgust that comes over her face.
That's new.
And she kind of turns her back towards the three of them, so she is only addressing you two.
Well,
Oh.
I love your top.
And she kind of like, for a moment there, is like taken aback. She's gonna...
Fine quality top. Anyways.
Thank you. And then she kind of like shakes her head for a moment, and she goes, "Well, this is hardly a place to have this type of conversation. You can follow us to our encampment if you wish. Looks like a couple of you are a little more worse for wear for dealing with the Casme."
That is putting it quite mildly, Cassera.
"Follow me if you wish." And she kind of very casually starts walking in a direction. The others are still knocked arrowed, watching every last movement that you guys are making.
I was gonna say, is she implying that everyone can come?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just watching.
I'm gonna give all three of you guys a very sharp, don't do anything stupid look.
I just look at Taruk and then turn back.
Midagas is actually kind of hanging back with Corrales. And he's just kind of like trying not to bring any attention to him.
I mean, he's a skeleton. Not really.
Yeah, he doesn't have his helmet on anymore or anything. He doesn't have a
lady skeleton.
Well, they don't know. It's tough to tell.
Could be.
That is true.
That's why he's not speaking. He's not dumb. So if you guys follow Cassera and her hunting troop, they do lead you more northeast than north, but still going north. And eventually you do. There's about an hour or two of travel, and during that time, Nat and V, because she's directly speaking to you two and ignoring the other three. She tells you that that there are a couple hunting parties that belong to this lady that she keeps referring to, who were sent into Black Bog Swamp to rid the swamp of these Casme demons, and that there was a swarm of these that were unleashed in the bog. They don't know how or why. That's why they were sent there. They were investigating, and to kill any of these creatures that they find and try to find how they got into the swamp.
My lady huntress, if you will forgive the ignorance, who is your lady?
You will see soon enough.
Oh, I'm gonna give Nat like a very well kind of look. Kind of like lean into Nat. Do you have any idea who they're talking about?
I actually have 9.
And she kind of, very, very warmly to the two of you. She's just very, and yeah, we've been out here for several weeks now. We've killed at least half a dozen of these creatures. We have yet to find how they have been unleashed into the swamp. We don't know if someone has torn a rift between planes. We don't know if they were summoned here. We just don't know enough now, and it's been several weeks of hunting. We've already lost a couple of our huntresses.
You have my sincerest condolences for that. That's terrible. Do you suppose this provider of the swamp would be powerful enough to summon something like this to protect her, or are you acquainted with this person?
We know of her, and we know enough to stay clear of her. Even the lady, she can handle herself. However, this provider you speak of, she's very old, very wise, and very dangerous. 'Tis best to leave such a person alone. Unless you have business, which, from the sounds of it, it seems like you do.
Dire business, I'm afraid.
By this time, you have, in fact, several hours. You guys are about midday, and you do reach the very simple encampment that these women have set up as their their home while they search the bog for these demons. And you come across several more that were left to guard the camp, bringing the grand total of about, from what you see, 14. And no sign of this lady that they speak of. She says, well, our lady comes and goes as she pleases. We don't really question her. Maybe she'll be along shortly. But until then, I can offer you rest here, and my assurance is that you are protected while you're with us. You do choose to venture off forth. Know that there.
Oh.
I know. Balls.
I like to think
Why
it's a prison
Taruk's
cell.
been all
Like,
campaign.
You can rest here, in our prison cell. In our dungeon.
You don't see a prison cell or anybody in chains.
Well, V and Nat probably won't.
Oh yeah, no. I would make you guys roll perception, but there's no need every eye is on the three of you. None of them are friendly.
Wonderful.
Oh dear.
Do they seem to have any like resentment towards us for having them with us, or are they just kind of ignoring them?
No, there seems to be a immediate assumption that you're leading them.
Oh, well, that's obvious. That's obviously true. Hi, wealthy benefactor.
But no, what she's explaining to us, you may rest here. I can offer you counsel as far as moving further into the bog and what you may encounter, and tell you what we have encountered, but such conversation can be left for later.
Of course, you're too generous. Thank you so much for the haven.
Rest, and come find me later when you're ready. She kind of actually very warmly smiles at you two, kind of bows, and her and most of the troop kind of disperse throughout the camp.
A curtsy before she leaves.
Right.
I just bow slightly and try to hold my guts in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're still really sick. Are we in like a tent? Did she leave us in just like a spot?
There's what you see is pretty much open bedrolls left out. There's a lot of felled trees that are functioning for places to sit. Some basic canopy cover of hides have been put up over certain areas. She kind of leaves you with like, if you're looking for, it's like half a tent. It's like half of it that's kind of tied up, and you have some shelter in case it rains.
Are they concerned at all about the Cyclops?
Now that you mention that, yes, but I'm gonna say that you guys immediately kind of talked that through. You two kind of like, no, he's with us, and there's a bit of trepidation on their part. But what's interesting to you, I will say, is they're watching the three of them just as much as the Cyclops.
Wow.
Curiouser and curious.
And your undead.
And our non-talking skeleton.
And
that
your
can walk.
non-talking undead skeleton.
As soon as they leave, I'm gonna turn to Nat and be like, friends of yours, do you have any idea what they're talking about?
Nat, roll me a history check. What? No, what?
You're a huntress, they're a huntress.
No. I'm sorry. Nat, religion.
Okay.
We're smart girls.
Okay. 14.
14. Difficult to tell. They keep referencing a lady.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of going through your basic knowledge of possible cults, followers of certain deities. Nothing is really ringing a bell. The green and silver is it's just not connecting for you. You're like, I feel like I should know this, but it's just not connecting for you. V, if you want to, V, you can make the same religion check.
I mean, it'd be a hail freaking Mary if I could pull out anything. I mean, I guess...
you guys are all there. If anybody wants to try the religion check, I'll let you do it. If you're, I think you're
the flat 16.
16.
You're a little better off than I was.
I mean,
I know a bit about goddesses.
I'll give it a roll, but I don't think I'm going to be much help.
I know about my goddess. I don't really know about anyone else.
I'll see if you guys as a whole can piece this together. This is fun because our religion guy ain't here. So,
right?
You know,
Alright, so you want to roll it too?
Yeah, go ahead. I want to give you something to go on.
We'll
So
just go with Torn don't know
group
nothing.
collaboration here.
All right, you vile men, tell us what you know.
That's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
I got
10.
8?
Yeah.
Shroud sitting here going,
Uh-oh. He's back.
Well, he's been kind of quiet recently, and Corrales, the only thing he tells you is, don't say anything. That's all you get from Shroud.
Don't tell them about me. Be a bro.
Torrin, what did you get? 4. There's a lot of angry women looking at you, man. Taruk,
I got a 14.
14. Gosh,
So it's just me, Taruk, and Nat, like...
you, Nat, and yeah, the three of you, something is not connecting. You're like, we feel like that the answer is obvious, but we really, like, no followers of any deity is really connecting to you. It's just not there. And Taruk, you really want to draw the parallels to Abnoba, but it doesn't, something doesn't feel like it lines up.
Pretty lady? Many pretty ladies. But many pretty ladies
Are all ladies
don't-
pretty to you, Taruk?
where... Well, I mean...
Need a non-pretty lady.
Does Torn count as a non-pretty lady?
Oh, good God.
No, I mean...
I will call the women back, Taruk.
Oh, well...
They
all
will
right,
be
don't do that.
snotty, and
That
they
would be
will
a
be
punch.
sexy.
All right, don't do that, V. Hold on. Maybe next time.
Very important while you guys, what are we doing? Is this a short rest? Is this a long rest? What are we doing?
I would say a long rest. I mean, they offered them
A long rest.
time.
A long rest would be good, and we can kind of try to see if we can just get a little bit more of a background with Cassera.
Okay.
While we rest, can I read my tome? Because I don't.
Yes, absolutely. How many hours are you gonna go?
How long we all resting for, y'all? Because I'll read for all of it.
Like I said, we're looking at like a long rest.
What's that noise?
It's
So-
Taruk.
Oh, yeah.
What?
It was Taruk breathing into his mic. That's what that sound was.
Gotcha.
But he muted himself.
All right. So how long are we resting? Because basically it was about midday. It was about 1 when you guys got to the camp, and she said basically for you guys to rest, and you would talk later in the evening.
Right.
Um.
So I'm
4
banking on us at
hours?
least overnight.
Okay. 4 hours.
4? Anyone?
Yeah.
And Torn,
Alone.
however long you rest is what you're gonna get. On.
Right. 4 or 5?
There's
I'm just
complete-
trying to get a number.
Is that a long rest or?
It's
It's
Corrales, what do you think?
Long rest. Yeah.
I only need a short rest, so it's
Yeah,
up
I
to
just
you
need a
guys.
short.
Like,
So I'm gonna take a short rest. Everyone else takes a long rest. Call it 4
Okay.
hours.
Okay, 4 hours, Torin. At the end of that long rest, Nat and Taruk, you get your hit point maximums back.
Nice.
Thank you, God.
Yes.
Hey.
Yay. You are a merciful DM most days.
That's what the stats say. Don't thank me.
Lord.
You could have mutated it. Don't lie.
I could have.
But you're a
did it.
merciful DM.
I felt like I really gave you guys a shellacking in that last one, so I felt like there wasn't any.
I mean,
Well, no, Taruk just got the shellacking. All Taruk.
from that, that's just what happened.
Well,
That said, oh, chandelier. This one's big.
hey, at least I didn't shoot you in the nuts. Okay,
Oh my
I could
God.
castrated you.
It's the never mind. I'm gonna make.
Never mind.
It's the ultimate ball draw.
should have, you know.
You know, it's that,
All right.
you know.
For your long-
Hindsight's 20/20.
All right. For
There's
your
him.
long rest, Torin, you get your 4 hours of reading. Basically, Nat and Taruk, you don't get to do much. You guys are resting, and it takes all of that time for you guys
Yeah,
to
I'm
really
just
kind of
sleeping.
recover
That's fine.
from the effects of fighting the Chasme. Corrales, you just get reminders, almost like a darn clock. About every hour, you just get, don't say anything.
All right.
Just like subtle little, little wake up alarms every hour. Don't say anything. They
So
are
I'm gonna
not.
take
They are
the
not friendly.
I'm gonna take the shortest because I just need to keep exhaustion. I didn't use anything, so
Right.
or take any hits. So I'm just gonna keep exhaustion at bay, take a really tiny rest, and then I'm gonna stay up and watch the party the whole time.
Yeah, and Menagerie doesn't sleep, so he's just he's relaxing, but he's awake. He's,
Yeah, I'll kind of sit with him and just watch everything, watch everyone around us.
okay.
Yeah. I want to go out and kind of like walk around the camp and stuff, but depending on mechanics, I'll just stick around.
Do you?
I'd kind of like to, if that, depending on where we're trying to end this. I don't want to.
Okay. What I'll say is, as you start to, a couple of the huntresses kind of give you a side eye, but go back to what they're doing. They seem to be at ease with you walking around.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can pick up any more information about them. Anything that jogs memory or looks familiar. Just look at their reinforcements and what they've been set up. They're just whatever. Just gather intel, pretty much.
Roll me. I'm gonna say investigation for all that.
Boy, on another exciting episode of No Modifiers.
Oh boy.
17.
17, not bad. What you see? You don't see any altars or anything set up. They speak of their lady in the present tense as if she's sometimes out and about with them. So you don't see any.
If she's more of a political figure or a goddess.
They're not. They really haven't said. Going around and taking a look at things once again, like I said, there's nothing that's been set up as a specific altar or anything. Looking around, they are well armed. They obviously came to hunt. The equipment it jives with their story of coming out here and basically demon hunting. You see longbows, long swords, and short swords. You see that there is a tent where a couple of them are managing their stocks, and it looks like they have some health potions and certain provisions set up for their huntresses. You also come across 2 graves that have been dug fairly recently, with a sword kind of stuck at the head of it, and a basic kind of wooden placard that is laid there with names for the 2 huntresses.
I'm gonna kind of pause, do like a respects.
Perception check. You see a little snake. No.
We're running after the snake.
No. You appear. They are watching you, but it's not as intently as your some of your comrades. It is definitely just a keeping track of what you're doing, but more curious than scrutinizing.
Yeah, I still don't look like I belong here.
Yeah. It's just talking to several of the other huntresses in the group, you do see the leader off to the side, speaking with the one of the female dwarves and one of the female elf huntresses off to the side, and you overhear just basic patrol times and stuff like that being mentioned, and she kind of nods to you as you're walking by. Not engaging unless you engage. She's just acknowledging you.
Yeah. Well, I can't think of anything really that I want to... Yeah. Other than what we've already asked, which it seems like she has us in a holding pattern, so I'm just going to keep gathering info and doing my thing.
She kind of nods at you and goes back to what she's doing.
I'll nod to her politely and just kind of make me walk.
All right, as you make your way back to your group, I'm going to say long rest is starting to come to an end. You guys are in the nighttime hours of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You're starting to see, as the sun goes down, the stars are starting to come out. And you guys are safe within the encampment of this group of huntresses. And right around the time that they start, you notice that a couple of them have gone out and actually hunted for food, and they bring back a deer, and that's being cooked and prepared.
As I'm starting to wake
Give
up.
them pie.
What was that?
We should give them pie.
Well, I was gonna offer to help with the deer.
Taruk, you should hand your horn over to Nat.
Well, just give me a pie, and then I'll go over with the pie, and Natil will go over to offer to help with the deer.
Okay.
We'll
All right.
go over there with our.
No preparation.
Okay. Nat, I'll start with you. As you go over, there's the female halfling is the one that is tasked with preparing the meal for. So she kind of nods at you as you approaches, and she kind of questioning. She goes, well met. My name is Dorea. Welcome.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you. This is a beautiful deer. Would you like some assistance with preparation? And we also would like to contribute to your meal tonight.
Have you some skill with preparing?
Yeah,
I have a
I do.
pie.
And we also have pies.
She kind of nods and gracefully accepts the pie and hands off to one of the others. And they seem to be very glad for the change from game meat.
V looks at the deer, kind of like, that is an animal.
Yeah.
Very good.
So Nat, I'm gonna say go ahead and give me a survival check.
Okay.
As
I'm gonna watch
Dorea,
that.
What was that?
I'm just watching that, like, watching what you do.
That's fine. 25.
25.
Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, it with very little effort, you immediately go about helping her as far as skinning, prepping, all of that.
With surgical precision.
Yes, very well, especially with working in tandem with Dorea and the two of you, and you actually, a couple of the huntresses regard your work and kind of nods of approval and a couple smiles. They also seem to be, very complimentary.
Go Nat!
Just,
You two are incredible.
Yes, you certainly seem to know what you're doing.
just memories of childhood and, just part of doing what we had to do. It's like riding a bike, or doing something along those lines. Once you've done it, you never forget it.
Yes. My sister taught me how to hunt when I was very young.
I'm with my hand on Nat's shoulder.
I look at V and I smile and I turn back to Dorea. I used to hunt with my sister also.
She kind of notices the verbiage used and kind of very respectfully, there's a slight bow to her head to it. My apologies.
Thank you. It's a long story, but
One that's not over yet.
here's to hoping.
He's trying to be reassuring. We got this.
Yes. But I look back at Dorea and we're very humbled and very thankful for your hospitality, for you and Casera's hospitality.
Yeah. Because Sarah's the best of us. She's been here the longest. I'm actually in service to the lady. She's been here the longest. I'm actually fairly new. I've only served the lady for, well, just a short time.
Go ahead, V.
Yeah, go ahead, B.
No, I just asked here in the swamp, or like what she meant by here.
In service to the lady.
Right, yeah, she answered.
Is there anything that you can tell us about this lady? I know Caceres mentioned her very briefly, but
She sounds wonderful.
absolutely.
Our lady, well, she enjoys a little anonymity,
Whoops.
but the forest and the hunt, that's her home.
Of course.
She sometimes walks among us and at other times not. Kind of does so of her own volition. She kind of comes and goes as she pleases.
So is she like? Oh, so is she similar to like a forest sprite or a spirit of the forest, so to speak?
A spirit of the forest would be an accurate way to say yes. She is that, and perhaps less and perhaps more. She doesn't really draw attention to herself. We help shepherd the wildlands of Thrandia. Instances like now where we track these creatures that don't belong here. They throw off the natural order.
Of course.
We would avoid all else in this swamp if we could. We're here for one purpose, and that's to rid the bog of these chasmes and find out where and how they got here.
So when your job is done, where do you disperse to? Like, where do you go?
Where the need arises.
Interesting. Very interesting.
As you guys continue to talk to Durea, I'm going to pan the camera over back to the guys at the, specifically Taruk. Still there, buddy?
Microphone, Holmes.
Yeah. Need your mic.
No, yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I was looking at something.
No, you good. I'm gonna try to wrap up here, but we got one last thing I'd like for you to do.
Yeah.
Nighttime. The stars have come out.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
You notice as the ring on your whatever finger it's on right now, I don't know what finger you're keeping it on, it's starting to pulse a little bit. Just a faint blue light that shines from the celestial inscription on the band. Just kind of pulses.
Let's go.
Low, dull light.
Is there like a clearing anywhere, Tim? I like.
Roll investigation real quick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I know it's late. I'm just trying to get.
I was gonna say, can
You're
I
good, you're
roll? Can I see if I notice him
good.
fiddling with his ring?
Yeah, sure, Samwise. Go ahead and
I got.
roll insight.
I got a 7.
7.
Same.
You kind of, as you kind of look down, there's a little bit of a panic that comes across you right now, and you're kind of looking around, darting your eyes. You think you see maybe through some of the underbrush and through some of the trees, there might be a track for you to maybe dart through. You don't know if there's any of the huntresses on patrol in this area. You do know that several of them have literally not stopped watching the three of you for the past few hours.
All right. All right. Well, I go to where I think there's cover.
Before you even get up, to your right, as if just materializing out of nowhere, one of the huntresses is sitting right beside you. Hood up. You can't quite see her face. She just kind of glances towards you. That's a beautiful ring.
Taru kind of just balls his fist, puts his hand down. Thank you. Do you need something?
You see as the hood kind of raises up a little bit, and you do not see the actual features of the face, but you see two golden brown eyes that light up from firelight staring back at you. And she very, very calmly but disturbingly says, "Through the clearing."
All right.
By the way, Corrales, Torin, you just see is literally you guys, like, as if looking one direction and then looking back, see as this
person just appeared. Chase!
All right.
And and all she just, you see these two golden eyes that look back at you and just kind of motions towards it. She just through the clearing.
All right. Now, last time, somebody told me to walk through a clearing. Something crazy happened. All right.
There's
I
a
get up.
slight chuckle, and she just this woman says, "Was it the type of woman that you should ignore?"
I look at her. She's got you there, bro.
Yeah. So Taru gets up and he just like he just starts like, side shuffling towards the clearing, still kind of looking back. And
a couple of the huntresses stand up. The robed woman just puts up a hand, and they sit back down.
I'm gonna follow Taruk, like only a couple steps behind him, give him some space, but not let him go by himself.
You are, as you start to stand up, you feel a force sit you back down.
All right. Guess I'm not going anywhere.
And you just see the woman's hand has remained up, and she just kind of nods at you, not aggressively, just kind of nods. And Taruk, as you shuffle into the underbrush, you are not following.
Yeah.
So, Corrales, what are the chances he comes back?
50-50.
I'll take
As
those
you
odds.
make it to the underbrush, the ring starts to pulse. Look. And the light is growing brighter and brighter. And you're kind of like, this is not good timing.
I know.
Going to go ahead and ask you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, no.
Here we go again.
4.
4. You try to, but there's no resisting the power of the the moon band starts to take over, and it stops pulsing, and bright moonlight shines through from the inscriptions on the band, and it just, in a 15-foot radius around you, moonlight, as if the moon itself put a spotlight on you, directly on you, and 15-foot radius around you. And the odd thing is, as you start to transform, it's different than when you were in the Shadowfell. The Shadowfell, it felt violent. It felt sudden. This is a slow turning as you see the hair start to get thicker on the arm, but you don't experience the pain that you felt the first time. And it's just a slow, steady growth as the arm is taken over, and the talons start to grow from the fingernails, and the other arm now. And you see is now your vision starts to kind of gain a little bit as your eyes start to change over wolf-like. The snout grows out, and this time you stand in full werewolf form, but no pain. And you take off with absolutely zero control over your mental state. You take off in a random direction. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a survival check.
Uh, 16.
16. Okay. You take off in a random direction, and you now, with the infused speed of your werewolf form, you are just through the underbrush, through the muck and mire. You're darting around, and you don't have any control. You're running off pure animalistic instinct. It's almost the feeling that you have when you rage, but in rage, you're angry, but you're in control of your emotions and what you can do. You are not in control right now. You are 100% an animal at this point. You have no thought process. You have nothing more than you are going in this direction. And you go, and you don't even know how long and how far you go. It's the distance is not. There's no way for you to calculate it in your state of mind. Miles distance, that doesn't mean anything. The next tree, the next bush. You come across a couple wildlife along your way. You scare a bunch of squirrels off to the side. You're just darting, just animalistic instinct taking you to the next bush, the next tree, the next everything. You go, and you are running till you don't think that you can go any further. Roll me an athletics check.
Aha, 19.
19. You keep going, and you just power forward. There's something to this rush of, I've never felt this before. I'm in control, but I'm not in control. It's a weird sense of power and like animalistic savagery that it's been unlocked in you. And you go, and like I said, you go endless. You don't even know how far you go. You go to the point of exhaustion, and you find yourself coming up at the crest of a hill, and you see into the night sky, and you actually look up for the first time this entire weird trip that you've had, and you look up and you see there's a meteor shower, and stars are off in the distance shooting. You see as it lights up and dissipates. And in your exhaustion, you drop to your knees and collapse onto the ground for the third time today. You still have some energy left, and you look back up into the sky, and you see as this meteor shower it's beautiful. And it's such a stark contrast to your state of mind at the moment. You feel You feel you're starting to grow weak. You're close to collapse. The last thing you see is a brown snake that slithers up and then comes up to your head and looks down at you. And you just have a moment of, what? And the snake begins to take form, and it grows into a human male.
Oh, hell.
And with that, your eyes grow dark and you collapse due to exhaustion on the ground. And that's where we're going to leave off tonight.
Damn!
Man!
Oh my god.
The Snake Man is like, your friend's a bitch.
Another awesome night.
Oh my god.
What a
Alright.
cliffhanger.
And the king of cliffhanger returns. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining Curbside Podcast. I started with a vengeance. Once again, we want to apologize for the technical difficulties earlier in the stream, but we thank you guys for watching. We thank you guys for listening, subscribing. As always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
Order your merch.
Tap the little bell on your YouTube app. Don't forget your Curbside merch at ProWrestlingTees.com/LostBoyKirby.